Hey everybody, it is the Yard Buddha, and this is my grass on June the 1st after I reseeded with some tall fescue. It's called probably like the nicest day of the year right now, like 75. But I had a ton of snow this year and I reseeded it, and I'll show you guys exactly how I did that. You can also do the same process in the fall. You just don't want to do it when the sun is too hot, so stay away from the summertime. You want to let those seeds germinate. So stick around and I'll show you how I did it. Just wanted to show you my grass here at the very beginning of spring. It is like 2 days to go in March here, and we had probably about 3 feet of snow here this year, and the grass is looking pretty brown, looking pretty beat down. But I wanted to show you an honest opinion of what it looks like right after winter. All right, we're about 3 weeks into April here. It's past Easter, and the lawn is starting to green up a little bit after that first video. So I haven't turned the water on at all. I have not fertilized yet. I kind of like to let that fertilizer that I put down last fall work its way through. And then I also plan on fertilizing here in a couple weeks when I overseed this. So that is my plan. This is the kind of first step in the spring rejuvenation process. For the last 5 years or so, I've been using a Stihl Yard Boss dethatcher, and I just went out and bought this new 15-inch Sun Joe electric dethatcher. So I think it's the newest version and the widest version. So I'm kind of slowly trying to get all my gas equipment over to electric, and I really wish that Ego would make a electric dethatcher so I could use that battery, but this is the next best thing. I am going to be tethered to the cord, but today I'm just going to be using the tines and to try to get out as much of this debris as I can. I mean, a lot of that is just from the snow sitting on top of it all winter long, and maybe a little snow mold or something. So we'll show you how much debris that I can pull up with this thing, and I am doing a review on this right now too, so I will link that to this video when I'm done. Wow, this thing is a beast. It's even better than the gas-powered one I've been using for 5-6 years. I mean, it is quick and light and maneuverable. I had this on the -5 setting, and I was going to go down to the -10, but I was kind of scared to do so because it was getting down there to bare dirt, and I just have amazing, this was with one pass through everything. So I don't even know if I'm going to do 2 passes in one day here. So this is a lot more impressive than I thought. It took me a little bit to learn how to kind of manage the cord back and forth, but if you kind of start as close to the house as you can and then move your way out, I think that's fine. And that down there is about the furthest spot that I'm going to have to get, so I think my 100-foot cord is going to be perfect. All right, so end of step 1 on my spring rejuvenation project. I got this all dethatched, and the Sun Joe worked amazing, much better than anything that I could rent. Much more maneuverable, the cord was fine to get around with. I mean, I do have a smaller yard, so those of you with bigger yards may want a gas-powered one, but this was just with the dethatcher tines attachment, and I think that I could almost be comfortable overseeding just with this. It does have that Scarifying attachment, which I'm a little bit worried that it might tear up too much stuff, but I will probably use it here in a couple weeks when I'm getting ready to put the seed down, and I'll show you guys what that process is. But this thing is a power rake, and so it's mainly debris that I'm getting up. I know I do have some thatch in here. There's probably like a quarter layer of thatch, half an inch of thatch, and really the only way to do a good job removing that is to aerate with big giant plug cores each year. Try to remove as much of that stuff, and then just do a good job of watering and fertilizing. Don't overdo that, and that's kind of why this yard got that way in the first place. So once you have thatch, it's really hard, almost impossible to get rid of quickly. So this is kind of one step. I did take out a couple bins of thatch here. Luckily my neighbors weren't using their green waste bins because I filled mine up already. All right, I can't wait. It's the first week in May, and I'm going to start my reseeding project today. I probably should wait another week, but I got my whole backyard to do, so I'm gonna do it now. Today is 70, tomorrow is supposed to be like 55. So not the best time to be reseeding, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't think the seed is going to suffer at all. So just right now I am mowing my grass down low. My grass actually looked pretty good, pretty green after I mowed it. So I'm going to mow this down, and then I've got, this is a 3-way kind of compost, topsoil and sand mixture that I'm going to put down after I put the seed on the grass, just to cover it up. I did do a soil test this year, and my yard was really high in phosphorus, and I think it's just from applying too much compost in the past, and then I also had used a lot of malorganite, and so this shouldn't have a whole lot of phosphorus in it. It should just be kind of blank. And then I'm going to apply like a 10-02 fertilizer on top of the seed to kind of get it going, and there should be enough phosphorus in the soil already to get that seed really going. So let's get this mowed down, and then I'm going to get out my Sunjo, put on the Scarifier, and scarify this yard a little bit. All right, we got everything scarified here, and the Sunjo did its job. I didn't think you needed a montage since you saw the dethatching. So got a lot of dirt up, and that's what I was wanting to get these channels in here. So now I'm going to scoop all this stuff up and put down some seed. All right, we are ready to put down the seed. Got everything cleaned out there. Took out a whole bin of thatch, and got some nice channels in there for the seed to go in. I'm going to put down about 10 pounds of turf type tall fescue GCI with this Elite Scott spreader. If you haven't seen my review on this, this is a great spreader, but I'm gonna get that down. All right, I do apologize. I was not able to capture me spreading a bunch of dirt. I'm sure you guys are very sad, but had a bunch of rainstorms coming through and had to get it down quickly. So I got that dirt down on top of the seed using this roller here, which is awesome. If you guys don't have one of these, it saves you so much time. Just dump the dirt in there and then it screens it out with nothing bigger than those little openings to get through. So I got that all spread out. Also put down some fertilizer on top of this. However, I'm still in some bad weather, like 55 degrees, so don't expect a whole lot to happen after this. So we'll check in when I see some progress. Okay, so I did end up putting down a layer of peat moss on top of all this grass. I just wanted to make sure that I got the most germination that I could, and it was pretty easy. I had 2 bags of kind of this big black and gold peat moss, and then using my roller, it took me about 30 minutes. So, and again, cool with this roller, it keeps any of those big chunks out of there. So this stuff went down way faster than the dirt that I initially put down. So why not, if you are trying to overseed and want it to make it look good? So we'll show you when some stuff starts coming up. Okay, it is the 3rd week in May here, and so I put down the seed probably about 2.5 weeks ago, and we just had really cold temperatures, probably in the mid 50s, low 60s for this entire month. This is like the coldest month ever in May in Spokane. I think our high was 69 or 70. So it has been kind of slowly germinating. It is starting to fill in here though. I do kind of try to lightly water this in the morning for about 5-10 minutes, and then probably in the afternoon for another 5-10 minutes, kind of depending on how much sunshine that I have that day. But it is starting to look like a yard again. And I did worry a little bit that I had scarified and dethatched too much, but I don't think that you can actually be too aggressive. All that stuff is going to fill in, so don't feel scared to take out a lot of old grass and new grass if you are overseeding. And we're gonna check in here in a couple weeks just for one final show. All right, here's my final update. It is the 1st day of June, and the grass is starting to grow in nicely. Got everything edged. Everything is looking pretty much about as good as I think I can get. So this same process you can follow in fall. You just don't want to do it during the summer heat. And I did plant this tall fescue in here because my Kentucky bluegrass was not doing so good in the summer heat. So I am going to have a video of what it does during the summer if you guys want to see that. I'm not a lawn guy. I started up a business about a year ago, and I basically do pruning and shaping of trees, but I've helped out some neighbors do some of their lawn improvements, and if you want to see those videos, check it out. I mean, basically for you do-it-yourselfers, all you need is to have that dethatcher. You can rent one. The Sunjo works great, and then if you have one of those rollers that rolls the dirt and the compost down on here, that is major bonus. Saves you a bunch of time. So I will link kind of those tools into my description of this video, but thank you guys for watching. Please give me a subscribe and a like. I got a few more yard projects coming. Bye.